Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you are enjoying the new year already. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this white man who actually came out to say how he interrupted a racist joke and learned two things, and that, got me thinking because I know how rich they see some of these people can be and all that. And it is amazing how some of them, probably there were black people in their midst, and they went ahead to make that joke. This is what we call allyship. People speaking up for black people, even in their present or in their absent. There are some jokes that shouldn't be told, and there are some jokes they tell why black people are there, and then when you react to the joke and what they say, then they tag you sensitive. It's amazing how people are going to offend you and then turn around to make make themselves the victim. I don't know if that makes sense. People are gonna hurt you and turn around to say that you hurt them. And I think people like this, like, we need more of him, and people that will, because it looks like each time black people talk, that it is not like. Black people have been screaming it and shouting about it. Also, it is better that they are the ones speaking about it. Let's get into this.
Some time ago, I was speaking at a corporate event in America. I was the guest speaker. That night at dinner, I was at a table full of white people, and the guy, one of the bosses who'd invited me, actually started to tell a joke that I knew straight away was going to be racial. And black people were going to be the butt of the joke. In those split seconds, in the early sentences of the joke, I had a decision to make. Do I say something or stay quiet? No one else was saying anything, but I'm sure they felt uncomfortable. So I spoke up and I said, I don't think this joke is one I want to hear. I don't like the way it's going. I think it's going to be at the expense of black people. I'm not comfortable with that. Would you mind not telling it? Or I could leave the table. It was very uncomfortable. I remember he didn't tell the joke, but it was uncomfortable the rest of the night. Later in my room, I journaled what I felt about what was going on. I thought two things were at play. One was what I would call white solidarity. The other was what I would call white social capital. White solidarity is an unspoken code, I think, that we have as white people that means we would never embarrass each other by creating a racial discomfort for each other, by interrupting a racist joke or pointing out a act of prejudice or discrimination. We kind of keep quiet because it's a social code that we have, that we would remain in solidarity with each other, which protects our whiteness, our white advantage, our white privilege. That was at play at the table that night that allowed him to do what he'd done obviously many times. White social capital is what you get if you stay quiet. You get included, you are one of the boys, you are an insider, you are good to be around, you're a team player, you're fun, which may give you opportunities of inclusion as well in a corporate setting, a business setting, a social setting. It is an accruing of white capital by going along with it. I want to say to my white friends listening to this that our silence at those times is not benign, it is malignant, because we become complicit in the continuation of the racist joke telling. It gets told again and again because when we heard it, we didn't say anything. And as socially awkward as it is, and knowing you'll be penalized if you say something, I'm appealing to us, because millions of us every day have this opportunity to say something, to speak up, to stand up for people of color and black people. And you will be excluded and you will lose social capital, but you will be a champion of a cause that you wish someone had been for you at times in your life. And I think many of us feel we can't do anything at the large government level. We can't protest on the streets. We don't feel comfortable with this or that. Can you say something today, wherever you are in your life? Can you speak up? Because our silence is not benign. It is continuing the problem. We can all play a part like this every single day. Let's speak up. Let's play our part, is what I'm appealing for. Love you guys. Thank you.
A very big shout out to him on standing up and speaking up, because Some of them would rather sit down and giggle and laugh over it without saying anything. You know, allyship is not, this is what it's all about. Coming out to stand up for people that have been trying to stand up for themselves, but they are being called names, they are being neglected, they are being called liars, their voices are not being heard, and all that. This is how it is. Standing up for people that cannot stand up for themselves or have been standing up for themselves, but it is not going great. And what if the joke the other man was making, and there were other black people there too, and they are just gonna be like, what is going on? Because I have also seen videos of where some black people hang out in the midst of their colleagues and all that, and they see that there is a black person, and they go ahead to use some word or use some racial slurs on them and all that. And then when they do it, they make you, and when they do it and you complain, they make you look like you are the problem, that not they are not the problem, that you are the one overreacting or saying that you are very sensitive. Because what they do right now these days is when you say something, they say that this generation is very sensitive, like this black generation is very oversensitive. When they are the one, it's just amazing how people are gonna hurt you and then turn around to tell you that you are overreacting it. I mean, it was just a joke. How was that a joke? Or how did you say that? I mean, you know that you were not supposed to say it, you know? So all those tiny, tiny things they do. And some of them end up telling you that, you know, I have black friends, and then pull up a picture of them. Oh, I have a black cousin. I cannot be racist. It's just a normal joke. I cannot be racist. Or you know that, I dated a black. You know how they just those tiny, tiny things they do, you know, and those racist tiny things they do, and make you feel like it's nothing, you know, and then turn around to tell you that my cousin was white. I have black friends. My dog is black. How can I be racist to this? So yeah, this is more like it. So keep fishing them out and telling them to stop their racist jokes, because we do not want it, you know. And yeah, that is all I have. Thank you so much, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.